Good morning, everyone. Hope all is well. Just wanted to read this little excerpt from my readings this morning regarding union, and I'm going to touch on the idea of manifestation as well, and sort of what the purpose of all of this is on a deeper level. So a couple of things I want to address before I read this. Like I said, this is going to be about union and sort of your path in all of this, or my path or our path on an individual level and collective. Now, a lot of people that I've talked to about this stuff have a bit of an impasse when it comes to the idea of becoming unionized as a people. And many people fear that union is similar to sameness, and that we'll lose all of the uniqueness about our separate cultures, our different personalities and ways of interacting with the world. So the other thing is, I've seen a lot of content regarding manifestation and how to use your thoughts and affirmations and intentions to scale a $1 million business, or live in your dream city, or become the person you want to be, become famous, or very in my perspective, just skimming the surface of what manifestation is capable of and what it's for. And if you've seen my other videos, I've talked about manifestation is not what you think it is. It's actually a cover word, in my opinion, for alignment and what you're in accord to. So let me read this, and then I'm going to go further into answering those questions. Now, divine union is a simple act. It is reconciliation. The divine self, or the monad in a completed state, is simply aligning to the idea of self that exists beyond any idea born in separation. It's really very simple. The light that you are, once joined with the light that is, or all the light that is still itself. It's just unified. It is not operating with a lampshade to dim itself or to claim itself in separation. Your requirement here, if you wish, is to simply say, yes, I can be in discernment as I walk this path, and trust that I am being led not only to my good, but for the good of all. So, I know that is a bit wordy, and the language may seem a bit lofty, but basically, we are fractals of the great light that is, or you could call it the great nothingness that all comes from. Whatever language you need to substitute to make that make sense for you may be appropriate. Essentially, what's happening is you're not losing your preferences. You may still enjoy a certain type of music, or have a preference of ice cream, or a preferred climate that you live in, but you're no longer using that as a way to separate yourself from other people. As in, I like vanilla ice cream, and I don't like people who don't like vanilla ice cream. Or I prefer rap music, and anyone who doesn't like rap music, I just can't be around. Do you see how that's different? So you understand that everything is still connected, even if you have your own personal experience. Not only are you not using that to dim other people's light and separate from them, but you're also not using things to, you're not hanging on to ideas that dim your own light, such as, I'm the only one in my family that didn't go to college, and because of that, I'm not really a part of my family, or I'm lesser than them because of that. So that's the first part of this video, is that we're approaching union, but it's not sameness. It's not we're not losing our uniqueness individually. We're reclaiming our individuality in a way that doesn't separate us anymore, that doesn't cause us to impose our will on someone else or to shut ourselves off from other people. Okay, so when we realize that we're moving into union, we can keep our individuality, but our preferences and our personalities and all of that are still part of a greater whole and affect that greater whole. And the ideas that are claimed in a greater whole will remain, and those that keep us in separation will have to be released. So that's why we are walking this path of releasing separation and moving into union for the good of all. Because this really is about a collective experience here, because everything is connected. And so that leads me into the purpose of manifestation. And when we realize that when our intentions are revolved around manifesting for the good of all, it changes what we're wanting for ourselves and for the world. Because it's one thing to want to manifest a great business. What are you wanting to manifest that for, though, really? I mean, be honest. Is it so that you can be better than other people? Is it so that you can get over the ideas that have been causing you to feel dim? You want to manifest $1 million because where you are currently at $1,000, it makes you feel lesser. And so that's a strange way to go about wanting to manifest, and it continues to claim the world in separation. And so I'm proposing that when your intentions of manifestation are for the good of all, and the path that you choose to walk is for the good of all, those things that you want for yourself will be taken care of, simply because it's for the good of all and you're included in that. And, there's always those stories of people who wanted to become a millionaire so badly, and then when they finally do, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. So these ideas that you have that are born in separation may not be what's best for you. You may think that you want to manifest this specific thing for yourself, but at what cost? And so when the world is being claimed in union, when each of us individually are manifesting in the world for the good of all, we can trust that we will be taken care of as well. And I think that's in my personal opinion, is a more effective use of manifestation than just for ourselves. Thinking about just ourselves is a very small and limited way of thinking, and it may work. But imagine if you're manifesting for everything, for the whole world. It's limitless. It's so much bigger and expanded. And perhaps in doing so, you may realize that what you wanted for yourself is even too small and limited for you. You may think that you wanted to have this specific type of experience, but the universe had something even more expanded in store for you. And you wouldn't have realized that if you weren't focused on the collective, on the union of all, the good of all. So whenever you're thinking about what you want in this world, perhaps consider what you want in this world for the benefit of everyone, not just for yourself. And if you feel like the world needs to have less so that you can have more, that's an idea born in separation, because this world is infinite potential and abundant in ways that we can't comprehend. So if you found this message interesting, I would love to talk more about it in the comments. If you disagree or don't understand, drop a comment and let's talk about it. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and my intentions for all of us are that we continue moving into our reconciliation and union, and that whatever path we are on, we can walk with discernment and trust that it's for our good as individuals, but for the good of all, for all of us as a collective. Because when the world is in union, imagine that all of our needs can be met and more. And that's my dog scratching, so I'll take that as the timer. Be well, everyone.